years ago, we had started recording board meetings and then giving the tapes to Comcast and Bright House, and they would air them. And eventually we started doing a few more meetings, and there became an interest by the board at that time that they wanted to do more. You know, can we have our own station? So I hired Lynn Collins, who used to be our tourism director, and she had resigned to seek other adventures. So I hired her to come in and research how we went about starting a local county TV station, which she did. She researched all over the nation, and we came up with policies and procedures and what steps were necessary to pull this together. She came up with the logo and had the idea for Polk Government TV, the PGTV logo that we have, and that's really how it started. Well, the first thing we had to do was find someone to run the program that had experience in it. So we went out for a nationwide search, and my memory of this is we had 2 finalists, really good people, and I was going to interview them again. So coincidentally, right after that, had decided I needed to interview both candidates again. I took my daughter on a field trip over at the Orlando Science Museum. And I was walking down the stairs, and this woman walked by, and I thought, gosh, I know her. And she turned around and looked at me like she knew me, and it was Joan Davies, who we actually ended up hiring. So she took me, and I met all her staff and saw how they were set up, and it was what a great way to interview someone. I saw her in her setting and how much her staff really liked her and how much she knew, so I didn't have to do another interview. I mean, there were things we had to do with facilities, buying equipment, getting the staff together, hiring people, putting programming together. For this government TV, you have to have 24 hours of programming. There were just a lot of things that had to be set up, little things you'd never think about, and I certainly wouldn't have thought about because I don't know anything about it. I just knew I needed to get the right staff in there to get it moving. So there was a lot of once we decided to do it and even hire Joan, there was a lot of pre-planning and things that had to get done before we could even air our first full day.
Welcome to Polk Government TV. I'm Lee Ann Thomas, the Assistant County Manager, and this is Inside Polk, the inaugural program for Polk Government TV.
One of the first original shows we did, we were visiting different parts of the county that either we were partners with or county services and trying to explain what some of our services were. And I was lucky enough to be able to be involved in that. And I had memories of going to Cypress Gardens at the time. And if Jim Ging shows any of that tape, I will come after him. And then I can even remember we went 2 sites. There was one for utilities, and we were doing water and wastewater. And if they show that one, I'm going to come after him too.
Governor. Yeah. Go. Ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll call the meeting of the Board of County Commissioners to order. This is our first meeting where we are broadcasting live, so you all are participating in history here in Polk County. I hope it works out all right. We're trying to make sure there aren't any bugs in it, but
you sound a little nervous. You sound a little nervous
just
today.
Trying to make sure that doing it right. But I am extremely nervous, as a matter of fact.
Mr. Chairman, I don't see anything different. We're supposed to take care of business, so I hope we'll do that today.
PGTV is now an institution and indispensable when it comes to getting information out to the public. Obviously, I'm satisfied there's a lot of people who have an interest in government, but they're unable to make the board meetings. And, you know, at times, whether they have a real interest in a specific issue or just want to watch government at work, I think we got to have it. And, you know, I'm delighted that it's there and it's worked so well for all these years. And I think, you know, the credit goes to the staff of PGTV for making it all happen, because all we did was just authorize it and say, what's it going to cost us? But, you know, I think that we've got to have it, and I think it will serve a purpose long into the future.
So over the years, from starting out having to do a lot of prepackaged programming so that we wouldn't be repeating over and over, we've gone now to more we do a lot of the work ourselves. We've got very talented staff who comes up with what the programming is, what the people want to talk about, what they want to see. They're taping it, they're recording it, they're editing, they're doing everything ourselves instead of the prepackaged that we used to have to do. We've done e-town hall meetings where you don't have to go out and set up and have all the expense. People can call in for questions. We've even gotten national awards. So over the years, obviously, we've evolved, we've grown, we're reaching more people in the community. That's a great purpose of PGTV, is that we can educate people about what your local county government does for you, what programs are out there. Everybody pays taxes, one way or the other. You're going to pay taxes, whether it's property tax, sales tax, gas tax, tourism tax, whatever it is. It's nice to be able to see where your tax money goes. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to educate people about what happens in their everyday life they never think about getting taken care of. That's what we're trying to do, is educate everybody about local government. That's my dream, is that more and more people will know about PGTV and choose to watch it. I'm very proud of PGTV and what's happened over the last years. When I think back, really think back how we've grown over the years, and the professionalism and the great ideas that have come out of the PGTV staff, I'm pretty proud of it.